Hi, welcome to SPR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It's week 6 in the NFL, and we are going to go over Doug Upstone's value plays for us this week. Doug Upstone, thanks for being with us. What is the first value play that you would recommend for NFL week 6?
My first one, Peter, is the rested Minnesota Vikings taking on a rudderless Kansas City Chiefs outfit. Now, Kansas City suffered a crushing defeat, losing a 14-point lead at home against the Chicago Bears. And along with that, they also lost do-everything running back Jamal Charles. Now, Andy Reid is really not all that crazy about his backup, Niall Davis, and might be looking to a different direction with another running back. And Alex Smith, their quarterback, certainly has not played very well and looks very much like the same quarterback we saw in San Francisco, a few years ago. The Chiefs are 1-4 as they travel up to the Twin Cities, and the Vikings are coming off rest. And then when you look at their stats, they're second in the National Football League in yards per point. So that suggests Kansas City is not going to score a whole bunch here. Now, giving the 3.5 points with Minnesota to me seems like a bargain, as long as Minnesota coach Mike Zimmerman allows Teddy Bridgewater to throw the ball down the field some against Kansas City's 24th ranked pass defense versus per attempt. Peter, when I look at this one, I see the Vikings sailing to an easy 10-point victory over the Chiefs.
Doug Upstone, what can I say? I agree with you. I did bet the Vikings. I bought down to 3 minus 140. Might have been a little bit stupid, but completely agree with all your reasoning. Doug Upstone, what's your second value play for us NFL Week 6?
My second value play is on the Green Bay Packers over San Diego. Now, giving double digits certainly doesn't really sound like a value play, and I certainly won't disagree with that, but hear me out in terms of at least the reasoning. San Diego was one leg tuck away from beating Pittsburgh, but just didn't quite get it done. And now they have to go to one of the toughest places to play in the NFL, in Green Bay, against one of the best teams in the NFL. Now, Green Bay, Peter, is never afraid to come up with a different game plan to suit the opponent. When you look at San Diego, statistically, they come in actually halfway decent, ranked 15th. But when you look a little closer at the numbers, what you find is they're 29th against the run and 26th in yards per pass attempt. Both bad figures. Now, you don't have to be Mike McCarthy, the Packers coach, in order to come up with a game plan that features running Eddie Lacy and James Starks early and then coming back with Aaron Rodgers later in the game to throw the ball down the field. In this case, Green Bay, I look at them and I see them as being 9-1 against the spread off 5 or more consecutive victories, winning by an amazing 21.7 points per game. So expect the Chargers to be fitted for cheeseheads against the Packers as they fall to 0-7 straight up and against the spread against Green Bay.
All right, well, Green Bay has won 4 games in a row by double digits, so I guess it's not a big stretch here with San Diego in a tough scheduling spot to expect a 5th in a row. Doug Upstone, what's your third value play for NFL Week 6?
My third value play, Peter, is actually a switch. I originally had the Buffalo Bills, but once I saw that E.J. Emanuel was going to be their quarterback, I switched it out, so I am instead going with New England. Now, I have no quarterback reservations about Tom Brady, and this week, Peter, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall to listen to all the comments about the players talking about Deflategate and everything to do with the Indianapolis Colts. Now, of course, we know that that it's expected New England's will be fired up to want to certainly prove a point, but you have to look beyond that in some cases. And what I see here is when a Sunday night football home team is off a win and playing against a team that is off 2 exact wins, they only cover a third of the time. I see a very angry Pats crew taking care of business and laying a double-digit victory against the Indianapolis Colts.
All right, well, the Pats were obvious easy money as a big road favorite last week, and we might have the exact same situation this week. Doug Upstone, thanks so much. Talk to you again for NFL Week 7 next week.
Thank you, Peter.